I'm not sure if you all know this or not, but there are some people in this world who have a lot of money. They often buy things that us normal people may think are unnecessary, ridiculous, unbelievably ostentatious in a way that makes no sense to our tiny, poor person brains. Inside the $8 billion mega yachts.
Mega yachts are quite common amongst the rich, and alongside jets and mansions, they are one of the biggest signifiers of their status to the rest of the world.
I'm just gonna pause here and say that there is a 90% chance that this channel is made by an AI.
2020 was a great year to be rich or to be a mega yacht manufacturer.
Ah, yes. Much like every year before it, 2020 was, in fact, a good year to be rich.
Number 5, Dubai, $400 million.
$400 million is more than the bottom 6 nations in the world. It's more than their GDP.
Blohm &
How can
Voss,
that be?
in collaboration with Lursen, began the project of building this ship for the Bolkiah of Brunei, Prince Jeffrey. However, he didn't go through with the construction, so that by 2001, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the ruler of the Emirate of Dubai, would have taken over and completed the project. This was the largest yacht.
Oh, okay, he couldn't afford to finish it, so Dubai had to step in and finish it up.
Guests are privy to a 10-meter swimming pool, a squash court, a cinema, 20.
They got a full squash court on this boat. They got whatever this is on this boat.
The 4 MTU-20V diesel engines will yeet all this luxury.
We'll do what now?
Will yeet all this. $527 million.
$527 million. Where does it put us on the GDP list? Above Dominicana, below American Samoa, in terms of this yacht's GDP versus regular ass countries.
When it comes to mega yachts, the Emirati are the leading customers in the market. They own at least half of the most expensive super yachts in the world. And the A-plus at $527 million is one of them. It is owned by Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan, the owner of the top English soccer club, Manchester City.
Okay. Also owns FaZe Clan.
At a service speed of 22.9 knots and a maximum speed over 25 knots.
All that power to yeet it.
A-plus, formerly called Topaz, is currently the 9th largest yacht in the world, despite being launched in 2012. It has 8 decks with a swimming platform and a swimming pool, double helicopter landing pads, a jacuzzi, a fitness hall, a conference room, cinema, tender garage, and underwater.
What garage?
Tender garage.
Tender garage? Oh. This is where you keep your boats on your boat. You put your smaller boats into your tender garage on your big boat. This is just, sorry, excuse my poor brain for not knowing what a tender garage was.
And underwater lights.
We live on land. Why do you need to light the water up? Let's just blind the fish as we go by. It's not enough to dump gallons of gasoline into the ocean and use 50 gallons of diesel to go 1 nautical mile. You also gotta hit them with the spotlight as we go by, just so they know.
Number 3, Azam, $605
I believe
million.
this is slightly above our last one. Can any super yacht dethrone American Samoa on the GDP list?
Having the largest private super yacht in the world at a price of $605 million at an annual cost of $60 million.
Look at its size. These tugboats are so enormous. Look at how big this thing is. Look at these humans. They're in the foreground. They're so small compared to this thing. Why? Why does this exist?
And it has a length of 590 feet, a salon at 95 feet, and a beam of 59 feet.
Super Bowl 55 is going to be played on this yacht.
Its 60 crew members and 35 passengers take it slow and soak in the beauty of the earth. The water.
Soak in the beauty of the earth. What did they just say? What did he just say?
In the beauty of the earth. The water, which is probably what the fishes call the planet.
You know what? That's a damn good point.
The foreship is about 50 meters in length and has a helipad on it. Inside the multi-decked yacht, there are about 50 guest rooms, a master suite, and several other immaculate amenities meant for royalty. Number 2, Eclipse, $1.5 billion.
That last boat was longer than this one, and this one is over twice as expensive, $1.5 billion? That places it squarely, completely destroying American Samoa, blowing them out of the water, putting it above Seychelles, but below Antigua and Barbuda. This thing is 172nd most in the world GDP if its value was GDP.
Blohm and Voss are a subsidiary of Lursen, which is probably the top shipbuilding company in the world.
Look at that engine. Oh my God, that thing. That engine probably burns so much gasoline, baby.
Military
Ooh.
vessels, with the Bismarck vessel being its most iconic.
Man, I see this and I think, I want this company to build my mega yacht. Yeah, can you make it look exactly like the Bismarck? Atomic weapons included. Only a very evil person would hire this company to make their yacht.
They launched the Eclipse in 2010, 6 years before being acquired by Lursen, and stands at 533 feet. And staying true to their military history, Blohm and Voss have attached a missile detection system and a submarine.
What could you possibly need a missile detection system for on your super yacht? Are you sailing into an active war zone? Is this Dunkirk? What is this?
What form of attack is more insidious than the piercing camera lens of the paparazzi?
Oh my
That's
gosh,
right.
yes.
The ship comes installed with an
I hate the paparazzo.
anti-paparazzi system that stops digital cameras from taking a shot. What the system does is make use of a laser shield that beams infrared light to detect a digital camera and focus bright light on it to render any photo useless.
Whoa! What? That is the craziest thing I've ever heard. That's like technology that the US uses to defend from nuclear weapons. This yacht has built in to stop the paparazzi from taking photos.
The vessel is owned by Russian-Israeli billionaire businessman Roman Abramovich.
Oh, that makes sense now.
The owner of the English soccer team and current champions of Europe, Chelsea Football Club. And when he and Sheikh Mansour are done playing in the Seven Seas, they go head-to-head in the English Premier League and other European competitions. Number one,
right.
History Supreme, $4.8 billion.
$4.8 billion. That shoots it all the way up. It's above Togo. It's just below the GDP of Montenegro. The value of this yacht is absurd.
This vessel is the smallest on our list, it's not remarkably fast, and it has the least amount of utilities, but is the only one covered in gold, platinum, and other luxurious metal.
You know what? That settles it. Rich people have gone too far. It's covered in gold and platinum. It's plated in gold and platinum, the entire outside of this yacht.
When Hughes announced the project, he didn't expressly state who the owner was, but gave hints to suggest it was Malaysian billionaire Robert Kwok. He is one of only 3 Malaysians with a net worth of over $5 billion, with the other 2 having a net worth of $5 billion and Kwok having just over $10 billion.
He spent half of his net worth on this yacht. I don't know.
That makes him
Bad
a clear
investment.
culprit since the ship cost the same as the net worth of the other 2 billionaires. Sculpture made from real T-Rex dinosaurs
He got a whole ass T-Rex.
to be worth $89,000. You know, the way people hang sculptures of dead animals in their house.
You know how much you made last year?
6 million hours of manpower was used, and this translates to employment for over 4,000 families. And that's not counting the number of jobs being created while maintaining these vessels. So you begin to realize that the luxurious lifestyles of the wealthy actually fund the lives of regular people. But what do you think?
Oh, yeah. I forgot that Jeff Bezos pays my salary. Without the rich, there would be no money. Help me get a mega yacht. Subscribe.